Good morning, friends. Miss Sydney is here from Ida Public Library for today's virtual story time. Thanks so much for joining me today. I wanted to start our story time off with an action rhyme. So at home, I want you to stand up and scoot to a place where you got lots of room to move. I'm going to be way back here. I hope you can hear me. We are going to do an action rhyme about all the different kinds of things our bodies can do. So do what I do. Are you ready? Get your clapping hands. I can clap, clap, clap. I can hop, hop, hop. I can run, run, run. I can stop, stop, stop. I can nod for yes. I can shake for no. And I can sit down really slow. Back on your bottoms, friends. Good job. There's a lot of things that we can do, right? Today is all about things we can do and things we might learn how to do. Has there ever been something that you had to try a couple of times before you could do it? Maybe putting on your jacket, zipping up your zipper, tying your shoes. Yeah, sometimes we have to practice a lot before we get to do something right. The book we're going to read today is called Amy Wu and the Perfect Bow. Here's Amy. And bao is this delicious kind of dumpling. And she is trying really hard to make the perfect bao, but she's having a hard time. Should we read about Amy trying to make that yummy bao? Okay, let's read. Oh, there it is. Delicious on the plate. Amy can do lots of things. She can brush her teeth. She can tie her shoes. She can even do both at once, sort of. That's a pretty fancy trick Amy can do. But there's one thing Amy cannot do. She cannot make the perfect bow. Sometimes they come out too small. Sometimes they come out too big. Sometimes she adds too much filling. Sometimes there's not enough. And sometimes they fall apart before they can even get in her mouth. That'd be hard to eat, wouldn't it? Amy's mom and dad make perfect bao. Amy's grandma does too. Their bao are soft and fluffy and oh so delicious. Amy could eat them all day long. Sometimes she does. Today, Amy is going to do it. She is going to make the world's most perfect bao. Take a look what Amy did. What did she make here? It says perfect bao plan. Oh, so she wrote out all of the things that she has to do, the steps she has to do to make the perfect bao. Do you think it's a good idea to come up with a plan before you try and do something new? I think that's pretty smart of Amy. Bao making is an all-day event. Amy's dad starts in the morning by mixing together the ingredients for the dough. Get your spoon out. Mix a mix a mix. Good job. It's time to knead. Get your hands ready to punch and push down the dough. He pushes the dough. He punches the dough. Amy gives it a try too. She's doing a pretty good job. They leave the dough to rise. Amy keeps an eye on it, just in case. It grows bigger and bigger and even bigger. Amy's dad squishes the dough down just in time. He's pretty good at making bao, isn't he? He rolls it into a log and cuts it into pieces. Meanwhile, Amy's mom seasons meat for the filling. So bao has a dough on the outside and a meat filling on the inside. What kind of ingredients did Amy help her mommy get ready? Garlic, mushrooms, ginger, salt and pepper. This book is making me kind of hungry. Everyone gathers around the table and rolls up their sleeves. It is time to get to work. Amy's first bao turns out a little funny, so she does a second one. She's trying again, isn't she? She's not giving up. It's hard to know how much filling to add. Too little, and the bao is sad and empty. Too much, and oops, it falls on the ground. It's also hard to pinch the bao shut just right. Get your two fingers together. Do you know how to make a pinch? Yeah, go pinch, pinch, pinch. Look how hard Amy is working. She is so concentrated. I can see on her face. Amy watches her mom make perfect bow. She watches her dad make perfect bow. And her grandma, too. They all try and teach her. Roll the dough like this, says Amy's dad. Use just enough filling, said Amy's mom. Pinch, 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 says Grandma. Take a look at Amy. How do you think Amy's feeling? She looks a little bit frustrated and angry, doesn't she? But Amy's just aren't the same. They're too empty, or too fat, or they have holes in them. They leak. Maybe today won't be the day after all. Maybe Amy just can't make the perfect bow. Is Amy feeling sad? She sure looks like she's feeling kind of down. She really wanted to make the perfect bow, but it's just not working out. Oh, then Amy has an idea. The pieces of dough were cut for grown-up hands, but Amy's hands were small. Friends, take a look at your hand. If you're reading with a grown-up, look at their hand. Is your hand bigger or smaller than your grown-up's hand? Yeah, it might be smaller. She whispers her idea in Grandma's ear, and Grandma cuts each piece of dough into 2 smaller pieces, Amy-sized pieces. They fit perfectly in Amy's palms. So when it didn't work out the first time, she thought of a new idea to try again. Make a prediction, friends. Guess what will happen? Do you think she'll be able to make the perfect bow this time? Carefully, Amy rolls the dough so it's thicker on the inside and thinner on the edges. She adds just the right amount of filling. She pinches it shut. And there it is. It's Amy's perfect bow. Look, even her kitty cat's excited for her. She makes another and another and even more after that. She's a bow-making master. Soon the dough and filling are all gone. Everyone is tired, but they are not done yet. Amy's grandma boils a big pot of water. It's time to steam the bow. I see that Amy's grandma has an oven mitt on her hand to protect it from the hot water. It's important to let a grown-up help you with that, isn't it? Amy keeps an eye on the steamer, just in case. All her bow are perfect, and all the imperfect ones, too, are snug inside. The bow are done. Mom lifts the lid of the steamer, and whoosh, out comes a big puff of steam. Amy can't see anything at all. The steam clears, and there are Amy's perfect bow. They are not too small. They are not too big. They have just the right amount of filling, and they don't leak. They are soft and fluffy and oh so delicious. Amy eats one and then another, and then she eats one of the not so perfect bow. And you know what? It tastes just as good. Who's she going to share her bow with? All of her friends. Take a look. Have you ever eaten bow before? It might be a new food to try, and it looks like Amy is so excited to share it with her friends. Bow is one of Miss Sydney's favorite foods. And at the very end of this story is a recipe for Amy's family bow. Do you know what a recipe is? A recipe is the list of the ingredients and the instructions of how you can cook something for yourself. So Amy's family probably follows this recipe to make their bow. So if you wanted to check this book out from the library sometime so you can make your own bow, you can find this at Ida. We've got this book there for you. So did Amy give up when it was hard for her to do something new? No, she didn't give up. She thought of a new idea to try and do it. It's important to help yourself learn and try to do new things, right? Because then we feel really proud of ourselves when we're all done. So let's sing a little song about trying to learn new things. All right, are you ready? My brain can stretch, my brain can grow. Mistakes help me, this I know. With the knick-knack, paddywhack, give it all you got. We'll keep learning and never stop. Good job. I like hard things. I don't give up. When I fall down, I get back up. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, we'll give it all we got. We'll keep on learning and never stop. Good job. Give yourself a big squeeze. You can do so many hard things. I am so proud of you. So for today's activity, I want you to think about all the things that you already know how to do. My friend here drew a picture of herself, and then she wrote some things that she can do all by herself. She can tie her shoes. She can make her own lunch. She can read and play. She can also write and draw, can't she? Because she did this picture for me. My activity idea for you today is to draw a picture of yourself and then write down some things that you know how to do. Maybe they were things that took you a long time to learn how to do. You should celebrate those and be really proud of your hard work. And if you want to share a picture of what you can do in your artwork with me, put it in the comments. Everybody at IDA loves to see your hard work, and we miss you so much. Thank you for watching Storytime today, friends. We will see you again next time.